अच्छा जी, let's continue dynamics question 31 to question 35 attempt करेंगे हम in this video. So let's start. Question 31. A hot air balloon is traveling at constant velocity and is at a constant height above the ground. Constant velocity meaning there is no resultant force. The diagram shows the only four forces acting on the balloon. अच्छा जी. X is equals to Z because the weight is equals to the upward force and कोई there is a constant height above the ground. The height isn't changing. So the weight, the downward force is equals to the upward force. X is equals to Z. So next, W or Y. The balloon is traveling at a constant velocity meaning there is no resultant force, there is no acceleration, meaning the forward force is equals to the backward force, meaning Y is equals to W. Because when there is a constant velocity, there is no acceleration. And when there is no acceleration, there is no resultant force. So the only two forces which are acting are equal. Upwards and downward force is equal. And forwards and backward force is equal. So which options proves that? Which statement is correct? Y and W is equal. X and Z are equal. So A is the right answer. Question 32. The diagram represents an object O moving from X to Y. So it's moving in this direction. As you can see, it's a circular path. It has an arch. So it's a circular path along a circular. Yeah, I did read that. Along a circular path at a constant speed. What is the direction of the resultant force on O in the position shown? So whenever an object is moving in a circular path, it's subjected to centripetal force. And centripetal force is always towards the center, as the name implies. It's towards the center, that's why it's called the centripetal force. And which option shows the force is towards the center? It's D. Okay, question 33. Four of the gravitational force that act between bodies in the solar system are listed below. P. The force on the moon due to the earth. Q. The force on the earth due to the sun. R. The force on the earth due to the moon. S. The force on the moon due to the sun. Which two forces are a Newton's third law pair action and reaction? अच्छा Newton's third law है कि every action has an equal and opposite reaction, an equal magnitude and an opposite direction. For example, if I throw a ball down, right, it hits the ground and come back up, right? So let's look at the options. P. The force on the moon due to the earth. तो इसका opposite क्या होगा? The force on the moon due to the earth का opposite होगा the force on the earth due to the moon. This will be the opposite. तो इसका देख लेते हैं इसका कोई opposite है? The force on the moon due to the force on the earth due to the sun, the force on the earth due to the moon. So P and R is the right option. Q भी देख लेते हैं the force on the sun or the force on the earth due to the sun, the force on the moon due to the sun. These are two unrelated entities. So Q and R are totally unrelated. So we don't take them into account. Sorry, I had a bit of a misunderstanding. मैंने गलत लगाया वैसे क्वेश्चन के साथ. The options, those were wrong. तो अब मैंने सही कर दिया. Let's continue. Question 34. A parachutist of mass 60 kilograms fall at a steady speed of 10 meters per second. The gravitational field strength G is 10 newtons per kilogram. What is the upward force acting on the parachutist? अच्छा, जब एक पैराशूटिस्ट स्टेडी स्पीड पे जा रहा होता है, it implies कि he has hit terminal velocity. Steady speed implies कि he has hit terminal velocity. In terminal velocity, it states that the downward force is equal to the upward force. The downward force is weight, right? The downward force is weight and the upward force is air resistance. So we just have to figure out the weight because we have been given the options, the values to find out weight, and it is equal to the upward force, which is the air resistance. So let's figure out what the weight is. W is equals to mg, ये फॉर्मूला लगाना. W is equals to mass क्या है 60 kilograms and G gravitational field strength G is 10 kilograms, 10 newtons per kilogram. So it's 10, which means weight is equals to 600. So if the downward force is 600 newtons, so the upward force must be 600 per 600 newtons because it has hit a terminal velocity. The object is no longer accelerating and the upward force is equal to the downward force. So weight जो है ना is the downward force and air resistance is upward force, and since they are equal हम यही वैल्यू यूज कर सकते हैं. So D is the right answer. Question 35. A force moves an object, a box, up a rough slope. The diagram shows four forces acting on the box. Which is the force due to the friction on the box? अच्छा, ये जो box है ना is going up the rough slope. It's going upwards. And the force is always in the opposite direction of the motion. That's what we already know. So the force should be C because it's in the opposite direction of the motion, and that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Allah Hafiz.